What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? It's your boy Ryan here with East Coast Athletics, and we're back for another day, another live stream. And we currently have the 200-meter men heats on the track. I'm assuming that a lot of people may not be watching the 200 um, today, the semifinals. I'm saying the semifinals, the first round of the men's 200, but I mean, that's all due to y'all disappointment yesterday, but it's a part of the sport, so just gotta accept and move forward. But currently, we have on the track the currently we have the 200 meter first round on track for the men, and Tobago just qualified 20.10. So, ooh. So as usual, things may start off a little slow, but you guys are slowly tuning in. Still gonna post the invite link as I normally do. Um, gonna post it in the comment section. So if you guys wanna join, you definitely can. So feel free to click on the link or copy and paste it, and just I'll just add you. And I know a lot of people are gonna have a lot to say as it relates to the 100-meter finals yesterday. I'm open for the discussion. I won't be finding excuses, but I will be analyzing the race with the help of you guys as well today, and kind of break it down and make sense of it, because if if we're being completely honest, you know, Lyles did one. It wasn't a fluke, anything like that. I went back and watched the race quite a few times, um, and I watched the photo finish, and it shows clearly that his torso was, ahead of Kishane torso. So, even though Kishane legs were across the line, or one of his feet was across the line, you know, in general, I mean, we don't go off of the legs, we go off of the torso. And I have to be honest and realistic, because, you know, I'm a past athlete myself, and it's always the torso, and I think that's something that we know. A lot of people, I know, they're not happy with the fact that no allows win, but you gotta give credit where credit is due, because he talked a whole bunch of smack, and then he came out and backed it up. You know, a lot of people are not happy, but you know, it is what it is. We could talk about all the little things that you know contributed to him winning, and I'm gonna say played against Kishane, which aided him losing. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I said if I was wrong, I was gonna let you guys know, like, okay, I was wrong. And the main takeaway from it is that I think when he says he's gonna do something, he always, you know, put his best foot forward to back it up. So, you know, he did that. Do I like the fact that he won or he was talking a whole bunch of crap? No, I don't. I don't. But a win is a win. You can't take that away from him. Um, the 200. Um, I I I said that he was gonna lose to Benerick. I still think there's a great possibility. Tobago also looked good in his heat. However, knowing that Laos is the athlete that will, show up and try to show out, that got to be taken into consideration at this point in time, if I'm being realistic. But I still have Benerick winning because the same mistake that Kishane made is the same mistake that Benerick made at the trials. That's the reason why he lost at the US trials. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see how that goes because they have a few days in between. I think tomorrow they're gonna be resting, and then the following day they're gonna have the semifinals. So you know they should get a little rest. So we'll see, how things play out. But 1996, pretty. That was a pretty good run from Kenny. Yeah, he looks pretty good. And he always deliver when it comes to the 200-meter final. So that's definitely something to take into consideration. I haven't seen. This is Let me see. This is heat number 4. Um, Hudson of Jamaica did not qualify automatically. Um, no, I'm not showing the race. Davison. I mean, pretty much reaction to it. I'm not showing the race. You there's there's a few channels that you could definitely watch the race on for free. Um, I don't have the link on my computer right now, but I'll try to see if I could get the link and post it here or have one of my subscribers post it in the comment section so you guys that are not able to like watch it on Peacock or don't have a Peacock subscription, you could definitely try to check that out. And you could also go to uh I think that is NBC Sport, and you should be able to watch it at least for 30 minutes for free. You should be able to. Um, because they definitely show they definitely show it. So like for me, I think this is like my third time um going on the NBC site. So I'm only allotted 5 minutes to watch it. But if you're new, you could definitely go on there and watch it for 30 minutes, um, which I think will definitely be helpful because you'll catch quite a few races. I guess you just gotta go on there at the time when the races are gonna be going off that you want to watch, because I think there's gonna be like a 1500 meter. Which one of the race? If we're talking about the 200, I still, one thing with me, whenever I say something, I don't switch up. So if you're talking about the 200, I still have Kenny winning the 200. I have my reasons why. No, upset the field last night in a sense, because a lot of people, including myself, didn't have him winning the 100. You know, um, and I'm not gonna switch up just because he win the 100. I know that's his pet event, and I know that he's gonna want to win this one more than the 100. However, I'm still going with Kenny for the 200, and that's because of how I've seen him execute his 200 at the U.S. trials, and I'm not changing it. I'm sticking with Kenny. Um, I'm gonna have to be wrong a second time. That's okay. Um, everybody's entitled to pick their favorite, but Kenny is my favorite. Knighton is gonna be in the mix as well, and then Tobogo, he don't look bad either. He looked pretty good. Um, so it's it's gonna be a fun race. I think it's not gonna be as nerve wracking for a lot of people as the um as the 100 meter was. The 100 meter was a lot, and I last night or yesterday when I was watching the 100 meter, I said I wasn't, after the race ran, I said I wasn't gonna say much about it, but there's quite a few things to be said as it relates to how everything went down. No, I don't think there is only one Jamaican in the 200. I think there's two there's two Jamaicans in the 200. Heat six, Heat six, um, has Lavelle in there, so we'll definitely see him run. Uh, the the fifth heat five is on track right now. We got Aaron Brown of Canada in that heat. Knighton is in that heat. Who else in this heat? That I mean, all the athletes in all the heats are great athletes, but I'm just picking out the ones that everybody might know. I know they know Brown from Canada, and they know Knighton from from the US. So those athletes are athletes that you guys know. Noah Lyles is in heat six. He got Lavelle, Brian Lavelle in that heat. He's in six. Lavelle is in lane five. I'm pretty confident that Lavelle is gonna advance to the semifinal. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. And they're off. Okay, 19.99 for Knighton. Um, pretty good run for the first round. Knighton won that that first round heat, which is heat five. Knighton won that one. So I mean, I expected him to win anyways. He ran 19.99. I think that is the second fastest time so far. Uh, Benerick ran Kenny ran 1996 to qualify. So the only heat we got left is the final sixth and final heat with Lavelle and we have no allows in that heat. So let's see what we get out of this heat. If I'm being honest, there is a possibility, even though he's not my favorite. He wasn't my favorite in 100. He's not my favorite in the 200, and I'm not going to hide that. That's just how I feel. Um, I have Kenny winning the 200. You know, I can be wrong, but that's who I'm going with. I'm going with Kenny first, and Noah for second, Knighton for third. I think they're gonna sweep the 200. You know, which in a sense is expected, even though we have Jamaica has an athlete in this event. Well, two athletes, but I think maybe only one will advance to the final or has a greater possibility of advancing to the final. Um, we'll have to see how that goes. But I have Kenny winning. I definitely have Kenny winning. And again, if you guys want to talk about the no, Seville wasn't gonna run the 200 and based on what I saw yesterday, at the end of the 100, it doesn't look like he will be able to run the 4x1 because it looked as if he was hurt in that finals, which in my opinion is kind of like not an excuse because he showed that at the last 10-20 meters of the race. So it's hard for me to say that was the reason why he didn't perform how he was supposed to perform. Like I'm not really finding any excuses for him. But I don't think he'll be able to run in the 4x1. But yeah. But again, if y'all want to discuss, how the 100-meter finals played out, I'm open to that discussion. I mean, I that's the thing. He looks hurt. If y'all could go back and watch the race, if y'all could go back and watch a race, you know, that would be, a great idea. Just go back and look at it. You'll see. Just watch him. You don't gotta watch like everybody else or replay it a couple times and watch each athlete how they execute and how you know they transition and everything, and then that will help you you know analyze the race a little bit more, and then you'll see what I'm talking about with Seville in the like last 20 meters of the race. You definitely see that he looked as if he was hurt, and then even I think Kishane was helping him up off the track or something like that. afterwards. So he might be hurt. I'm not sure. Again, they're not saying much. Everything is, is a secret these days. So he won. Noah did win. He won. He won. I replayed it quite a few times. I went and looked at photo finish pictures and everything. He won. He won. And the we I think the moment they got the same time, I knew that he won because in that sense, I don't think Kishane would have got it over him once they ran the same time. So I was like, you know, because typically the athlete that is coming from behind always end up getting the win, and Noah was coming from behind, so as expected, he was the victor. So yeah, he won. What is due unto Caesar, you give unto Caesar. He won. So you gotta give him his win. Do I? Am I happy about it? No, I'm not. But you gotta be realistic. He won fair and square. Well, mm, maybe not fair and square, but he won. Because I have some thoughts about how they held him for a long time. That's one thing. Some people might be okay with the fact that they held him for a long time, because it built up all that suspense and all that. What's the word I'm looking for? Uh, all that tension. It built up a lot. Because they held him for like 5 minutes, which I I personally think it was unnecessary to hold him for that long because you already had this whole light show before they came out on the track, and then after they came out you held them there for a while. So that's one thing. And then me personally, I've said this several times. I've been around track and field for years, and I know certain things, and I don't think that those things change. Like in terms of the lane assignment is horrible. I don't know who does the lane assignment, but it's horrible because there's no way Noah is supposed to be in lane 7. Noah is supposed to be in lane 3 next to Seville, right? And then you're gonna have Seville in 4. You're gonna have Kishane is gonna be in 5, and you're gonna have Sambini in lane 6, right? And then you come down to 7 where Noah is, and then you go back up. Um, no, you come down to 3 where Noah is, then you go up to 7, and then whoever gets 7, and then you go to 2, and then you go up to 8, and then you go to 1, but there's no 1, so you put the other person in lane 9. So the lane assignment was horrible. And they did the same thing with the female 100-meter finals. They put Sha'Carri in lane 7, right? And I don't know why they keep setting things up like that, where they put typically, if you guys don't believe me, you could go back and watch that the race that Usain Bolt set the world record when he ran 9:58. I think Tyson Gay and Asafa Paul was in that race, and they were the 3 fastest time going in, with Bolt having the fastest time. Safa had the third fastest, and Tyson Gay had the second fastest. And Bolt was in lane 5. Safa was in, let me see. No, I think Asafa had the second fastest time going in because he was on Bolt's left. He was in the left lane next to Bolt, and Tyson Gay was in the right lane next to Bolt because I think Tyson Gay was in lane 6, right? And Bolt was in 5. He was in the middle of the track, right? So after you place those 3 in the middle of the track, the next lane to that is gonna be lane 3, and then you come back up to 7. So how they set it up was, in my opinion, was completely wrong. So I don't know if you guys watched the interview that they had afterwards. Hold up, we're gonna watch I wanna watch I'm gonna address a few of the things afterwards, but let me watch. I want to watch the this final heat with Noah and Lavelle. Okay, Jamaican is up on him already. DeGrasse is one of the athlete that you can never count out either. Um, yeah, you can never count out DeGrasse. I think DeGrasse is a person that could sneak right into the medals. So yeah, Lavelle is gonna run in the rubber charge round in order to see if he's gonna make it through. But anyways, as I was saying, I don't think he eased up. He tied up. That's all that is. Yeah, he just tied up. He ran a hard turn. I don't think he eased up. But yeah, Anthony say a lot of shady practices are and controversy in this Olympic, especially around Jamaica. That is true. Um, that is true. But I'm talking specifically about the lane draw. That lane draw was horrible. I don't know who did it because it's not supposed to be like that, right? And in the interview, our our I I can't remember the name of it, but all three of them have is it a conference or whatever they where um the gold medalists, silver medalists, and bronze medalists they all sat down and you know answer all the questions. I Kishane specifically stated that he couldn't see Noah at all. He looked to his. He said he was sure that he was clear of the person to his immediate right and his immediate left, right? And that's the reason why he didn't lean because he thought he had it. He said he couldn't see Noah at all, right? I mean, there are other. Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be something. I think if I'm being completely honest, I don't think Team Jamaica is at its best this Olympic. Um, you know, there there has been a lot going on, and it's it's a part of the sport. Like you will never have everything to perfection every single year. It's it's gonna be ups and downs. You're gonna have two or three great years, and then you might have a off year, and then you come back with like five or six really strong years, and then you have three or four, you know, bad years. It all depends. I don't think one country is always gonna be on top because it's not so much about the country in itself. Yes, we always think that, or a lot of us think that there is certain favoritism towards the American athletes, but we gotta be realistic. Like it's the it's about the athletes as individuals, what they do, on the day that make things, you know, what they are. And if the athletes are able to stay injury free, then everything is gonna be different. But when whether Jamaican or American, when an athlete win at the championship, you gotta give them credit. So despite I might think that the lane draw was horrible based on my knowledge of the sport and what I know, you know, he still won. So you have to give him credit for that. Oh, so we got Coach Hicks in the comments today. It was a great race. I can't. Okay, all right. Let me put your comment up, Coach Hicks. I'm gonna put it up here. Yes, yes, I agree. I agree. It was a great race, even though the outcome wasn't what I wanted. It was a great race. I wanted Jamaica to get 1-2, but it didn't happen. Noah won. And regardless of the lane draw, regardless of what we think about them holding them long, none of that is going to change the fact that he won. Right? I watched the race multiple times. I look at the pictures. His torso was ahead of Kishane. And again, when they had that, I don't know if you call it a conference or whatever, Kishane clearly stated that he was sure that he was clear of the person to his immediate right and left, but he could not see no allows. Hence, he did not lean. If he had leaned, he would have got the goal, but he didn't. Right? And I don't think anybody could bash him for anything at all, if I'm being completely honest. Right? You say Shannon Sharp. I'm not sure. I know who that is. I think maybe I heard about. Does she do similar live streams or videos? Rosalind, does she do similar live streams or videos to what I do? Because I think I've heard about somebody that does, similar. Well, quite a few people do it. So, you know, maybe that. I mean, she's entitled to her opinion. Coach X says it's based on how they finish in the rounds. Okay, I agree with you, Coach X. It's based on how they finish in the not in the rounds, in the semifinal. The times that they run in the semifinals. So if it's based on the time that they run in the semifinals, the order is wrong. Because the fastest, you doing it based on time, right? And the fastest person, right, you're gonna put them in the middle of the track, which is lane 5. And then you put the next best person in 4, and the third person goes in 6, right? And then the fourth person, which is now allows, goes in 3. Then you go back up to 7. Then you come down to 2. Then you go to 8. Then you go to 1. But there's no lane 1. So that person is going to go to lane 9. That's how it is supposed to be set up. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But again, I'm going to say it as much time as I can. He won. Not just already won, but he won. And you can't take that away from him. That's one thing I learned. If we're talking about times, then that's a different thing where we could say, oh, Kishane has a faster time, or he could go to a Diamond League and run a faster time. But that's not the case. We're talking about a championship. Championships last forever. Noah will always go down in the history for winning this championship. Kishane could win multiple other championships after this one. However, this is Noah 100-meter championship. You can't take that from him. Do you have the 4x1 relay lineup? I mean, I could look at it, but that's if they post the start list. They may not have posted the start list. It all depends, because I don't think the 4x1 is not today. Today we have the 1500 meter women 5000 finals, and we have the 800 meter finals, and that is after the women 200 meter semifinal. So we're about to watch the semifinal of the women, and then we're gonna have the 5,000 finals women, and then the women 800-meter finals. So presently we have the women 200-meter semifinal on the track. So he also has, oh, so it's a he also has a YouTube channel, podcast too. Okay. I mean, again, he's entitled to his opinion. That's his views. I'm not sure how he draws his conclusion, but he's entitled to it. We might share something different, and every community has their their views on things, and that's just what it is. But for the 200, it's gonna be for the 200 female, it's gonna be quite interesting because I'm really thinking that we have two individuals in this race. Okay, okay, okay. All right. No, she's not. She's not in the 200. She runs the 4. All right. So I think this comment is valid. They need to teach Kishane. It doesn't matter if he can see. He need to lean forward, but he did very good. And trust me, if they did a rematch same day, I would assuming that you're trying to say Kishane would have gotten gold. That's true, but hey, it's the moment. It's all about the moment. That one moment. You got to seize the moment. And Noah sees the moment. Kishane might be the faster guy, but Noah sees the moment. Oh, Shannon Sharp is a guy. He's a guy on ESPN who does commentary on sports, but the thing with him, even before the Olympics, he spoke negatively on the Jamaican women like Sharika and Shelly-Ann. I mean, this is one thing that I'm gonna say. You'll find that a lot of Caribbean people are more objective, they're more realistic when it comes to results and you know who are actually running great times. You don't really find, and Coach X, you could disagree, but you don't really find a lot of Americans that are gonna say the Jamaicans are better, even when there is statistic to show that the Jamaicans are better. They're upset that the American athletes are not or haven't been doing as well as the Jamaican athletes over the years. So you find that they're a little salty, and I know people that I could call out that are always like that. They'll find, see the way I sit up here and I'll say Noah Lyles won that 100-meter, fair and square. I know people that when Bolt was winning, they found a whole bunch of excuse that he was doing this, he was doing that. They said just about everything negative just to try to defame him, when I don't see the need to do that. Because again, I'm not taking anything away from Noah Lyles. He talked a whole bunch of crap and he came out and he delivered. So if there was any doubt that he can't back up what he say, I mean, he showed it. So again, can't take that away from him. All right, so let me see what Coach said. The format for the finals are the heat winners get the inside lanes. right? Get the inside lanes based on the time, and the rest is on time. Coach X, there was three winners. There was three winners. And if there's three winners, and then after that it's time, I'm still correct. Because that simply means you have Kishane in 5. He's a winner, and he has the fastest time. Followed by Oblique, who has the second fastest time, and he's the winner of his heat. And then Sambini has the next win, but he has the fourth. Did he have the fourth fastest? No, he has the third fastest time. So regardless, my order is correct. You put Kishane in 5, Seville in 4, then you come up to 6, and you put Sambini in 6. Then you go back down to 3 and put Noah Lyles in 3. I'm correct. I'm sure. I went and I did everything that you're talking about, Coach X. I went and I did the math. And that's not how they set it up. And I agree with you that you're supposed to run. Listen, you're Coach X, you're almost telling me everything that you. And guys, Coach X, Coach X is my coach, or was my college coach. So I'll put him out there. Yes, what you're saying is correct. That's what you taught me. Run through the line, run through the tape. Yes, I agree. Right? You're regardless of who is next to you, who you can see, all of that. You are correct. You're correct. Right? You're supposed to run through the tape every single time. No easing up for the last 20 or 30 or anything like that. You run all the way through the tape. Okay, I agree. And for that, I'm gonna give Coach X, a big applause for that. Yeah, heat winners get preference, and all 3 heat winners was supposed to be in the middle. But the lane that follows is lane 3. But they didn't put him in lane 3. They put him in lane 7, which creates a separation from the main contender. It was set up perfect. Well, it was supposed to be perfect in a sense where the main 3, top 3 on times are right where they need to be. And then the next person, which is the American favorite, is in lane 3, right next to the 2 so-called big guns, if you want to put it that way. Hey, we gotta wait and see. 2028 is a good time to wait. I think we got 2 world championship in between now and then, where Jamaica could, rebound and do what they need to do. That's they got time. This in my opinion, this Olympics is not Jamaica's Olympics. It's not their year. All right, let me see what Anthony says. I understand that Noah won, but I just don't see what is the boastiness about. I mean, listen, this is the thing. He said he was gonna do it, and he did it. So as much as it's hard for everybody to swallow, like, y'all gotta just accept it. Like, I understand that's not how y'all wanted it, but he did quite a few stuff for the past month that I personally don't like. I completely disagree with it, and I don't think I'm gonna forget about it, but we have to show good. I mean, we're not the ones competing, but technically, it's kind of like this. It's kind of the same thing. You got to show good sportsmanship. You support a certain athlete. Um, they lose. It is what it is. If they win, it's the same thing. It's like shaking hands and moving on. There will be another time. You know, you can't just live in this moment, or it's gonna affect. Well, as the athlete, if you live in the moment, it's gonna affect you in the future. The next heat is off. We got Gabby. So Asha Smith. All right. So this is where Coach X, I appreciate you putting that out there. I appreciate you putting that out there. So I want to ask you guys this question, right? I know how I feel about the whole situation. Antoinette, it isn't my best Olympic to watch. Like I think you know, Rosalind said, I feel sorry for Oblique. He really put his all in the semifinal. That that is and then in the final he got injured. He injured himself too much. I really hope he recovers soon for the 4x1. I mean, if he's really hurt, I don't think he's gonna be able to recover for the 4x1. And you know, things happen. Things happen, right? Okay, back to the what I was about to say. We got Gabby Thomas in the 200, right? She is. I can't say she's not my favorite. Uh, but I kind of have mixed feelings because technically, 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 we could claim Gabby. Point taken, Coach X. But as I was saying, we got technically, even though Gabby is American, she is somewhat Jamaican as well, right? So, because from my understanding, her dad is Jamaican, right? So she got that Jamaican blood in her. And then we have the 100-meter Olympic champion also in the 200. Lane assignment does matter, Coach X. Don't do that. It does matter. But anyways, um, the 100-meter Olympic champion, she's somewhat Jamaican as well. So we have two athletes that is somewhat Jamaican. Who do we think who we think is going to win? What are you guys' thought? Who you think is going to take the 200? You think Gabby going to take it, or you think the 100-meter Olympic champion is going to take it? Because Alfred looks good. Gabby is known to perform. So it's a tricky one. What do you guys think? Because I'm not sure. It's hard for me to pick one, to be honest, because I like Gabby and I like Alfred. So It's like which way you this for the female 200-meter finals. It's that's one that I'm gonna have to just watch. Oh wow, my apologies. I forgot Asha Smith was in it too, cause she also has Jamaican heritage. I think one of her parents is also Jamaican. So now we got three. But Asha Smith, her last 50 meters is not as strong. Her last 50 is not as strong. She's great at getting off the turn before Gabby, because I've seen her do it prior to this semifinal, and she did it again in the semifinal. So I've seen her do it twice. So I know she could get off the turn before Gabby, and but the thing about it is, I don't think she could get off the turn before Alfred, because Alfred got that raw speed. So if I'm gonna go out on a limb, if I'm gonna just say I'm picking one person and that's the only person that I can pick, and I'm forced to pick one person, I'm gonna go with Alfred. And that's solely because I know she has that 100-meter speed. Gabby is a hard finisher. But if Alfred get off the turn and she can hold it, it's gonna be tough for them to catch her. As I said, it doesn't bother me at all if Gabby wins. It really doesn't, because Gabby is very humble. She don't partake in all those shenanigans and all that extra stuff that be going on. So like, if I don't think any any of the Jamaicans dislike her in any way. I might be wrong, but me personally, I don't have a problem with her. I think she's cool. You know. Nita is in this race. We have Brown in this race coming up. I mean, as I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion, their pick. I would go with Alfred based on statistic. What's in black and white? Because Alfred has the faster 100-meter, and as long as she's able to maintain that, nobody's gonna catch her, right? But Gabby's is a great athlete as well. Great athlete, great person. Same thing with Asha Smith. Great athlete, great person. I think that all three of them are gonna be on the podium. So I mean, we just have to see how it goes. Gotta see how it goes. And I think, see, when it comes to the Caribbean countries, I think the problem that they have with the American athletes is the hype, is the extra chatting that occur as a result of sponsorship, our sponsors pushing them to say things and claim a certain status before the big games. Let's see what Nita does. Okay. Jamaica seem to be. 22-1-2. Brittany Brown is in the final. She's the winner of her heat. Okay. Um, it's worse. It's worse now that we have social media because it wasn't like this. Coach Hicks, what do you mean by not in the 100? Nikki, I agree with you because 2021 Olympic, all of the big talking start from with Shakari. Yeah, I mean, I think I keep saying that for America, it's more it's not more about pride. I don't think it's about, pride and representing your country. It's all, to me, it's all centered around money, making more money. Because the more, say for I, let me try to break it down. If you have an athlete like Shakari, right? She's running for Nike, and she, is always hype, always saying she's the best, right? And then you have sponsors who are backing her up, making advertisements, saying that she's the best. She's gonna show y'all she's the best. For example, the Powerade advertisement, all those little things that these sponsors are doing. Then if she comes out and she wins, you're gonna have every all the upcoming athletes are gonna say, "Oh, Shakari was running in a Nike Spikes when she always wear Nike and she run fast." So you know their footwear is gonna sell like crazy, and then everybody's gonna think, "Oh, the perfect athletic beverage is Powerade because that's what Shakari drinks, and she's the champion. So we could do the same thing too." So again, it's about making money. It's really about making money. And then on top of that, when you have the media companies saying that she is the sprint queen and she is this and she's that, then you're gonna have a lot of people disagreeing from other countries, and then everybody's gonna want to see the race. Everybody's gonna tune in. They're gonna pay for the subscription because they want to see this big race because Shakari is claiming that she's the best. You know, even though she hasn't, she only have one championship goal. You know, she's saying that she's the best. So we want to see what's going on. The world want to see. The world want to know whether this is factual or it's just all talk. So they go pay for the subscription. The seats are full in the stadium. You know, it's selling. That's what's going on. It's about making money. The more eyes and the more attention NBC and all these other news channels are able to draw to the sport, um, based on all the trash talking, the more money they're gonna make. It's all about the money. Yeah, the press conference. That's what I'm talking about. Um, Yeah, that's the word I was. I don't know why I forgot that it was a press conference. But yeah, I don't think she was ashamed. I think she was upset. She wasn't ashamed. She was upset. She was upset that she didn't win. See, you got some athletes that are really and truly good, show good sportsmanship, but you have others that they don't have a tat of sportsmanship in their body. They think that the sport is all about them and they should be on top all the time. You know, I mean, you could think you're the best, or you could know you're the best if you are actually the best, but if you're not able to show it, then it's one of them things. And that's one of the reasons why I say you gotta give Noah Lyles his credit, because he talked the talk and then he walked the walk. So can't take anything away from him at this point in time. You can't. So technically, Jamaica has no athlete in the men's 200 or women 200. None. Not even one. So again, it's not the best year for Jamaica. They got to go back to the drawing board, reassess, and come back again. They have what it takes, but they just weren't able to deliver this time around. The ammunition is there. They just wasn't able to load it. That's all that is. To the time and of a race, she just didn't want to go. Oh, so she's trying to say, I did not know that. So you're saying Shakari is claiming that Nike put on an event that she had to attend to, and she couldn't go to the press conference. I don't know, cause going to the press conference for an event that you just medal in over, I think Nike would have probably rescheduled whatever event or meeting that they were having, you know, in respect of the press conference, because that is important. So she had a Nike event. So she's the only athlete that had a Nike event, or both of them are the only two athletes that had Nike events. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. This is what I get from it. It looks as if they're thinking they're too good to sit next to Alfred, even though Alfred beat them fair and square. That's pretty much what I get from it. I'm not sitting next to you. I'm better than you. You just won today, and that's it. That's what I get from it. That's my opinion. This 5,000. I know you guys. I don't know if you guys really watch the distance races, but this 5,000 woman is about to be really good. It's about to be fire. Really is. And that's one thing I think. I think we need some we need to get some coaches from the Caribbean that really focus on some of the distance races, like focus on the 800, the the 1500, to really get some of these athletes, these Caribbean athletes or these Jamaican athletes ready for those races. Coach Chicks, you up for the challenge? And I think that's the main thing. Lane does matter, Coach X. It does. Uh, what was I gonna say? I think that's the thing that kind of irritated me the most, was the fact that they they keep calling her the sprint queen, and keep saying that Noah Laws is the king of sprinting and the fastest man alive, when he's really not. I think that's what irritated me. It's not the fact that Noah Laws is a great athlete, because I'm okay with him being a great athlete, but it's just the all the talk about him being the fastest man alive, and he's being him being the king. Yeah, that in itself is not that's not true. But we got the 5,000 meter finals on track. Y'all really need to watch some of these races though. See, I'm not even all right. I see this comment. Thompson is a king in the making. When it happens, it happens. I'm not giving him no crown or anything right now. The only thing I'm gonna give him is the fact that this is his first year and he went out there and got a medal. I'm not giving him no title outside of that king or prince or none of that. I'm not putting no title on anyone. They gotta come out and show that they are. And in most cases, it's the person who gets that title is somebody who has multiple 100 and 200 meter title at the Olympics and World Championship. Multiple. Because I think Bolt has 3 World Championship 200-meter title and 3 Olympic title. Yep. Yes, he is. Bolt is. I think everybody know Bolt is king. Let me see if So I'm presently watching the 5,000 meter woman. I think that's the only good thing about this Olympics, is that how they display the stats is actually good. That's the only thing I could think of. The way they display the stats is pretty decent. I was hoping that Natalia Gould from Jamaica would have made the finals of the 800, but She didn't. She missed it. Pretty much everybody who's in this final ran 158 or faster. The fastest time in the race is the Great Britain athlete Keeley with 154.61. Yeah, but she's not in the finals. She's a hot or a mess. Or hit or miss. Hit or miss for me. Well, see, she keeps getting out really hard and then she fades really bad for the last 150. Like you have to have gas in the tank to come home. Right, Coach X? Gotta have some gas in the tank to come home. You can't just get out and can't finish. Gotta be able to start, maintain, and finish. You have to. And I think you're talking about Natalia Gould because she has always made, yeah, it has always she has always made the finals pretty much. Unfortunately, this time around she didn't make it. So, no, it happens. Yeah, the same. It's the same person. She's been making the team for years. Years. She's pretty tiny. Pretty tiny. But yeah, that's her. Seven lap to go. Natoya Gould. So I have a question. I can't remember the runner's name, but she used to run the 800 and she was light skinned. I guess she didn't qualify for the Olympics. She's light skinned. Um, I'm not sure if you're talking about the athlete that trains and she lives in Great Britain, but she runs for Jamaica. I think she also runs the 800 with Natoya Gould, if that's who you're talking about. She is light skinned. That's the only light skinned 800-meter runner that I know. Yes, she runs for Jamaica, but she lives in Great Britain. Yeah, she's Jamaican, but she lives in England. Rosalind, out of curiosity, I'm asking, uh, does when you guys are watching the live stream, does is there like periodically like ads that pop up? Because I notice the numbers like when you guys are on here, sometimes the numbers be fluctuating in terms of like who's on here. So is it that the ads pop up and then you guys get off and then get back on or something? Just curious. I just want to know. The next race that I'm excited for is gonna be the women 400-meter hurdle. Okay, I was just curious because a lot of times I see like the numbers go up and come down. So I don't know if it's like people getting off to skip the ad or whatever, or they try to skip the. I don't. It doesn't matter to me, anyways. I was just curious. It doesn't matter. I was just curious to know if that's the reason why. But as I was saying, I'm pretty excited to watch the the 400-meter hurdles women because I think that's gonna be a really interesting race, and I think McLaughlin is gonna break the world record again. I think she'll break the world record again, and if I'm being honest, I'm also a fan of hers. Like I like watching her run. I think she's a great athlete, and I think, she's as long as she stay injury free, she'll dominate the 400-meter hurdles for a while. So for the 400-meter hurdles woman, I have her winning. I have Cabal second, and I have Jamaica third. I have Clayton getting that bronze medal in the 400-meter hurdle. So I think not counting my eggs before they hatch, but I think that we're gonna get a medal in the 400-meter hurdles women. Hold on, let me see something. You say the 400-meter hurdles, um, not that's the ripper charge. Men 400-meter hurdles, woman 400-meter. You're talking about the woman 400-meter hurdles, or because here it's saying that this is a ripper charge round, so I don't know. Unless that was, you sure it's today? Because today's the 5th. And I'm looking at it right now. I don't see, unless today's the 6th. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong day. Yeah, today's the 5th. Today's not the 6th. So I'm looking at the right day. Um Men 400-meter hurdles round 1. 400-meter hurdles ripper charge. I don't see any Jamaicans in the ripper charge round. Then you have the woman 400 meter, unless you're talking about the 400 meter and not the 400 meter hurdles, because I don't see, it's the 400-meter hurdles. Yeah, Stacey Ann Williams, um, 50.16, and you have Nikisha Price, 50.02, and then you have um, Bromfield, 50.35. That's Miss Laws. She qualified for the semifinal, so yeah, this 5,000 is super exciting. This girl is crazy. Good race. Yeah. You say you like Asan? I thought you didn't watch the distant races. Asan got third. Chibet. I like Chibet. Hold up. Not Chibet. Fate. I like Fate. Asan is a great athlete too. I think that bunch up kind of threw Fate off. Good stuff. Good stuff. I want to see what this 800 meter is going to happen in this 800. I haven't even got the chance to look at all the comments. I'm not sure of the date. I heard a lot of people talking, so I just assumed it's today. So the race is tomorrow. I think so because it's definitely not today. I have I have the schedule pulled up right here. See, the thing about it, a lot of times I wanna, like post the schedule and stuff, but I'm busy. A lot of times I'm at work, or when I am home, either I'm sleeping or I gotta wake up super early to do the live stream. So it takes a lot out of me. So that's kind of the reason why I haven't really posted the schedule, because I try to well I said I was gonna post it in the comment section, in the community section of my channel, but I don't know if you guys are gonna go there to view it. So it's kind of like, do I post it or do I just leave it for you guys to, you know? I can share my screen, because if I share it, I'm pretty much sharing the I'm gonna get a copyright strike for that, because I'm using my subscription from Peacock to show you guys the race. So I'm literally showing the race for free on YouTube if I do that. And then they're gonna give me a copyright strike. So I don't want that. I'm telling you, it's easier if you guys could. So it's only one race left. You guys could easily go to NBC Sport and watch it there. But for the I'm I don't have work tomorrow, so hopefully I I could try to pull the schedule and like the start list and stuff for, because tomorrow is the seventh. No, hold up. I don't understand. No, tomorrow is the sixth. Today's the fifth. So the start list for tomorrow. Um, I'm assuming you guys want to see the. Let me see what's running tomorrow, and that way I could have a better idea of what. So for the morning session, it's pure repecharge races, which, to be quite honest with you, I'm not interested in the repecharge races. Um, I'm just gonna stick to the evening session, and in the evening we have the semifinals of the men 400 meter. We have Michael Norman. Um, we have Quincy, and to be honest, Quincy looked really good. What races did you miss? Because what I can recall running today was the 400 meter women first round, and then we just watched the 200 meter semifinal woman, and the first round of the men 200 meter. As we expected, Noah Lyles is gonna go through. Um, Kenny's gonna go through. Knightney's gonna go through. Um, Tobogo is gonna go through, and then you have a few other athletes. Canadian DeGrasse went through. You have quite a few athletes that went through, so you didn't miss anything major. You the semifinal for the men 200 won't be ran tomorrow. They're gonna have a day of rest in between. So the next day is gonna be when they run the semifinal for that. Yeah, I mean, you didn't miss anything major, so you don't gotta worry. Um, but yeah, for tomorrow in the 6:30. Let me check it. I thought they would have like a better break. So I guess the 400 meter semifinal is gonna be ran at, yeah, that's gonna be in the evening. That's 1:35 in the evening for U.S. But in Jamaica it's gonna be 12:35. Then after that we're gonna have the women 400 meter semifinal with Clayton Cabal, and as a matter of fact, let me look at the start list for that semifinal. Hold up, this I clicked on the wrong one. This is the 400 semifinal, not the 400 meter hurdles. This is for the men. Quincy Hall is in lane 5. Um, then and that's heat 1, semifinal heat 1. And then you have semifinal heat 2, Kirani James in lane 8. You have Christopher Bailey of the US in 6. Um, Muzela. I think this person is from Zambia. And then we have quite a few people in this race that are pretty good. But this one of Kirani James looked like a stack heats, and then Michael Norman is in lane 6 with Powell from Jamaica. So let's hope, because the third heat looked like a pretty simple heat to me. So Norman and Powell should be able to make it out of that heat. And Quincy Hall is definitely gonna make it out of his heat, because his heat look pretty pretty easy to me. Um, but yeah, that's how that heat is. I mean, I think they always give them a day rest in between the heats and the semifinal. I think they always give them a day of rest. Yeah, they always give them a day of rest. So this is not the first time. And then we have the 400-meter hurdles woman. Um, Jasmine Jones of the U.S. is in lane 7 in heat semifinal heat 1. Clayton is in that heat as well in lane 5. Lena of Great Britain is also in that heat in lane 6. So that heat is pretty decent, not crazy but decent. Semifinal heat 2 is Genevieve Russell from Jamaica. We call her Jellyfish. McLaughlin is also in that heat. So Russell is of Jamaica is in 6. McLaughlin is in lane 7. And then I'm assuming they put Cabal in semifinal heat 3. So you have Cockrell, Anna Cockrell and Salman of Jamaica in heat 3, along with Cabal. So the for the 400-meter hurdles women, the athletes are pretty spread out in terms of the really good ones. I think they all stand a pretty good chance of making it through to the finals. So we should have at least 3. We should have 3 Jamaicans, 3 Americans in the final, as well as, well, Jessica Knight is also in the third heat of the semifinals. So we can have at least 2 or 3 Jamaicans in there, and possibly 2 or 3 Americans. We know Sydney McLaughlin is going to be in there for sure. So yeah, that's that. And then we're gonna have the men 1500-meter finals. I think that's one that I really want to see. And then the women 200-meter finals is gonna be later on in the evening. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be live in the evening. It says I am anticipating the 4x1 race, even though some of my hopes is gone. I still want to support Kishane, Blake, and Seville in that race. I'm not sure Seville is gonna run the 4x1 because he seemed to have gotten hurt in the 100-meter finals. So I'm not sure he's gonna be running. I'm not sure. Nugent, I think Nugent runs on the 7th. So I think Nugent run on Tuesday. Yeah, Nugent run on Tuesday. So if you're not going to be free on Tuesday, yeah, you might miss her race. But tomorrow is the 200-meter women finals. We're going to see whether it's going to be one of the the half-breed Jamaicans. Let me stop. We're going to see whether it's going to be Alfred, whether it's gonna be Gabby or it's gonna be Ashley Smith. The three. No. For the woman, the woman 200-meter finals is tomorrow. The woman 200-meter finals is tomorrow. The woman 200-meter finals is tomorrow. Nugent don't run tomorrow. She runs on. Hold up, today's Monday. Shoot. Yeah, she runs on Wednesday. She runs on Wednesday. Yeah, she runs on Wednesday. You're right. But Inga Britt in the men 1500, that's one to watch. Hold up. Yeah, Inga Britt is one to watch in that Inga Britt is one to watch in the 1500-meter finals. I think that's a race that is gonna be very interesting, a very interesting and fun race. That 1500-meter men finals, and then we have the 200-meter finals for women right after that. So I don't think you guys want to miss those two races. Those two races are gonna be like really hot, really really hot. And now we're at the penultimate event for the evening, which is the which is the 800-meter finals. Mo is missing, which is sad. Roslyn, it's the 800-meter finals for women. All right, let's see what happens. And they're off. The British girl is pretty composed. Okay. They're bunched up. The first lap is a little slow, but it's picking up. She got the speed. Yeah, she got the speed. She got the speed. 156. Yeah, she controlled the race pretty much from the front. That was a good race. It wasn't a fast race, but it was a good race. That was a really good race. Yeah, this was a really good run. She pretty much stayed with the pack, moved to the front when it was time, controlled the pace, pretty much moved when she needed to. She slowly, slowly moved up. Pretty good race. Pretty good race. Think that is gonna be it. That's where everything ends tonight with the women 800-meter finals. Great Britain taking gold, Ethiopia taking second, taking the silver, and Kenya taking the bronze. I mean, I was expecting Great Britain to win. She went in as the favorite, and how she looked for the first lap tells me that she was conserving a lot. She had what it takes to run home. She had a lot of speed in her legs. She wasn't like, you know, tired or anything. Yep, it's a good look. Oh, woo. This guy is something else. It's as if he got wings. And the pole vault. This guy got wings. It really looked like he got wings. He got wings. 625. 625. The world he just set a new world record. The current world record that he set was 624. He just jumped 625 and he could definitely go higher. Because there's a lot of space in between him and the bar. Hold up. It's a world record 624. Attempted 625. Listen, he don't got long legs. He got wings. he got wings. He got wings. I think I think they're saying, oh, so he didn't break the record just now. His record is 624. He just jumped 6'10". So he's moving the bar to 625 to attempt the world record, which I think he could definitely get. This guy got wings. He don't got long legs. He's not just strong. He got wings because there's no way you go that high, that effortlessly. Like, he got wings. He got wings. Who Mr. What's that? Cage? Thanks for commenting on the live stream, sir. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. So you guys are welcome to join me again tomorrow evening, that is, and that's for the semifinal of the men 400, the semifinal of the women 400 meter hurdles, the final of the 1500 meter men with Inga Britt. That's going to be a very interesting one to watch. And the women's steeplechase final. And then right after that, we have the 200 meter men final. So it's going to be a fun day tomorrow, very interesting day. We're going to see which one of the ladies are going to take that 200. As always, I always leave a prediction. And again, it doesn't matter much if it goes either way, but my top three is Alfred, Gabby, and Asha Smith. That's my top three, right? But I think, if Alfred could hold her speed, she will take gold. Gabby will be second. Asha will be third. However, things could take a turn in a different direction. Cage, I still have Kenny taking gold in the 200. I'm not the type of guy that's gonna switch and say something else. I'm gonna stick to my words. If he wins, he wins. That's okay. But I have Kenny to take gold. But we're not even there yet. We're a couple days away. They just ran the first round, so we got semifinal and final. But for the females, I'm not so sure Gabby's gonna take it. It's gonna be a fun race to watch tomorrow because you have Alfred in that race, and Alfred has that speed. She has the speed from the 100, and if she could get off the turn and maintain that, nobody's gonna catch her. Nobody will. Because I'm already seeing Asha Smith getting off the turn before Gabby. But Asha Smith doesn't have the real estate to hold on to the lead that she gains. So with that being said, I'm sure Alfred could get off the turn before Gabby. But more than likely, she'll have the real estate to hold on to the lead. If she don't and Gabby wins, I'm okay with it. I wouldn't be upset or mad or anything. To me, Gabby's a great athlete. A lot of people across the world like Gabby. So, her winning, I don't feel no type of way about it. The only reason why I say Alfred over Gabby is because of what's on paper, the faster 100 meter. That's the only reason why I said that. Outside of that, no, I wouldn't, trust me, I wouldn't be upset. I said it earlier before you joined. Gabby is half Jamaican. Alfred is half Jamaican, and Asher Smith is half Jamaican. They all have some form of relation to Jamaica. Alfred trained in Jamaica for a couple years. I don't know if you guys watched her interview, and she was, you know, saying thanks to Jamaica, for having her there for whatever reason or whatever, because she went to high school there, whatever coaching she received or whatever. And Gabby, from my understanding, her dad is Jamaican, and Asher Smith, you know, she got Jamaican parents as well. So it's okay. It's not that they have to. It's just, I don't know. It's just this weird thing. All right, come on, up and oh, why did you hold it? You're up and over. He's gonna get it. But yeah, it's not that they have to have some form of Caribbean lineage. It is what it is. And I said this multiple times. Jamaica is the sprint capital of the world. It is. It really is. And if the athlete is not directly from Jamaica, they have some form of ties or some form of relation to Jamaica. And that's just what you only have a few sprinters. Yes, a few sprinters that don't have any direct, I mean, it is what it is, man. I can't. That's the only thing I will say. It is what it is. But when you look at it, such a small country with such a large impact. Mm-hmm. I know you've heard it. We're little but with Talawa. Yeah. Yep, that's Jamaica. Very diverse, far and wide. So, yeah. So we're gonna be looking forward to that race tomorrow. Again, 1500-meter finals, steeplechase final, women 200 finals. Before that, we're gonna have the men 400-meter semifinal and the women 400-meter hurdle semifinal. That's what it's gonna be for tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys always show up, share y'all comments and everything. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Leave a thumbs up if you like the live stream. Until next time, it's your boy Ren here with East Coast Athletics. I'm gonna be signing out. Peace.